Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So yes, we're redoing this test. A lot of people weren't happy with some of the sloppiness in the last test, and I get that. I kind of went at it sloppily, knowing things would fail more quickly. But again, made a lot of people super unhappy. So this time we're gonna do everything by the book. We're gonna redo the test. I went and got 3 more drill bits. You've seen the prices in the thumbnail. We're going to start with the least expensive one and we're going to go through them all and we're just going to compare how they work. We got a lot of great and constructive comments. For our RPM this time, we're going to go with Paul's calculation, or as close to it as my machine can do. Paul wrote up a really detailed, long explanation of RPM calculation. He came up with around 4,000 RPM. My machine goes up to 3,600, so we're going to try that. I like the Paul's idea too, because it's halfway between what everybody else in the internet, I mean, they were all bouncing around between 2,000 and 6,000, 4,000 is kind of the middle of the road. And again, the best I can get out of my machine is 3,600. Also want to point out that the YouTube name starting with DK pointed out that the more expensive, and what I'm thinking is we're going to learn is our better drill bit has a much higher helix angle to it. And we got some other great comments. Garrett, John, The Potting Shed, Jim, Norm, and a whole bunch others had good constructive criticism. So we're going to go ahead and put that constructive criticism to work, and we're going to take another crack at this, and we're going to test these out in an altogether different way, and we're going to see how they perform. Now, just quickly, for the record, I would like to point out that at no point in this YouTube history of ours have I ever claimed that I know everything. I simply know what I know when I make videos about it, and honestly, I welcome comments, different opinions, and constructive criticisms. I think we can all learn. I think we're all learning all the time. I've got a much smaller, much more accurate, this is a Jacobs chuck in here now, and so that will stabilize the drill bits a little bit. Again, 3,600 RPM, which kind of seems crazy fast, but hey, that's what we're going with. I'm also clamping my vise down so we're not entering into our wheels, you know, skipping over on an angle. That really bugged a lot of people. So we're doing this properly. I am going to use oil on all these, keep them wet, keep them lubricated, and we'll see what kind of life and speed we get out of each one. All right, just pop the smallest little center point mark in there. So that's going to guide this guy. Keep it nice and straight. My stopwatch ready to go here, and we're off. Through in basically a minute flat. Observations, that did cut much more quickly than at the lower RPM, and also because we had things centered and tight and square and all these things, it wobbled and freaked out a lot less. So I would say that yes, I agree that the higher RPM is definitely the way to go. And so we're going to see how they all do. We're going to give them all the same treatment. We're going to see how they compare. All right, well that one broke and I was pecking. I wasn't pushing hard. I was using lubricant. This is just mild steel. I don't see any reason why this should have broken. I think that really speaks to the quality of this drill bit. Again, there's no reason that should have broken. So off to the next drill bit. Well, here's our Diablo drill bit. It's about twice the cost of these other ones, and it's been my experience that it's worth it. Let's see how it works today here for us in this test. I would repeat what Tanya just said, but she swore, so I'm not gonna. But that drill bit came in at less than half the time of that first drill bit we tried. And so that's about what I expected. Now that we have everything clamped and straight and tight and centered and all the wobbles gone and everything else, I mean, these drill bits, except for, of course, the one that broke, but this drill bit in particular, I expect it's gonna last a very, very, very long time. I don't think it's worth our while to drill with these until they all break, because it's just going to take too long. I mean, this drill bit, and it's been my experience with these drill bits, that they're just incredible. They're super durable. It's going to cut really well and for a really long time. And I'm calling that a success as far as this test goes. We got all our parameters the way that all of you guys wanted to see them. And I thank you for those comments. And we've done the test, and sure enough, this guy is twice as quick as its competitor. And the one that just up and broke, I will tell you, came from sort of like a discount import tool place. All their stuff is super cheap and offshore, and probably paid way too much for this drill bit than it was, even worth. But I think this was just a really poor quality drill bit, and that's why it broke, even though I was doing everything right. So we're going to say that that is a lesson learned, that we don't want to buy our drill bits, at the cheap import places. I'm going to go ahead and still recommend this Diablo drill bit. It's the coolest high-speed steel drill bit that I've ever come across, and I think you guys would be happy to own one. Well, that's going to do it for this quick video, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in the next one.